We'll start in table pose and begin to wave the spine with some cat and cow movements, maybe a little side to side, just warming up the spine here, letting the hips come back to the heels in child's pose. Connecting with your breath, coming up into kneeling. Interlace your hands behind, reaching the knuckles down, letting the left hand come over to the left, right arm up and over, and then letting the right hand take the left knee, left hand behind for a spinal twist. And then undoing, bringing the right arm out to the right, left arm up and over for lateral stretch, and left hand takes the right knee, right hand behind for spinal twisting here. Continuing to breathe, coming back through center, all fours here, and again a little bit of movement. Taking the right leg back and bringing it forward in to the outside of the right hand, letting the right arm reach up, left hand down on your mat, and then coming up, letting your hands come to your heart center and extending the arms, hands to heart center, and extending the arms, letting the hands come down, and bringing your right hand behind your right foot or out to the side, and just a little bit of movement through the hips. Stepping back, finding yourself in downward facing dog, and making some movement in your dog, just trying it on for size. Coming back into the table pose, into all fours. This time the left leg will go back. And then bringing it forward and through in between the hands. And letting the right hand come down, left arm up. Coming up, letting your hands come to your heart center and extending the arms out. The hands to heart center. And letting the arms float out. Windmill the hands down. And letting your left hand come behind or outside of your left foot, making a little bit of movement here in the hips. Maybe lifting and lowering the heel as well. This is preparation for a pose called Visvamuttrasana. Stepping back into downward facing dog. Back into table pose, coming into kneeling here. Hands on the low back, squeezing the glutes, shoulder blades together, lift the heart space. Open up through the front body gently this first time here. Coming back through neutral into all fours. And taking the right leg back, left arm forward for balancing table. And bringing that right foot forward in between your hands. Dialing the left shin over to the right, coming up into a modified Warrior Two here. Warrior Two on the knees, checking your arms. And letting the back hand come down, the front arm can come up and over, back through the center. And just a little waving in and out of this modified Warrior Two position. Letting the right hand come down, left arm goes up. And letting your left hand come down, both hands on the floor. Right hand comes outside of the right foot, and a little bit of pulsation through the hips here. Keeping that left shin dialing to the right, pick up the right heel. Let your left hand take the pinky toe side of your right foot. Releasing, coming back through neutral and right back into downward facing dog here. Finding your way back into all fours, kneeling, bringing the hands onto the low back and opening up the front body a little more. Lifting your heart space. Variation of camel pose. Come back through. Find yourself in all fours. Taking the left leg back, right arm forward. Balancing table pose here. Letting your left foot come forward and through. Dialing your right shin over to the left. Coming up into this modified warrior 2. Letting the back hand come down, left arm up and over, and waving through a few times with your breath. Body parts on the floor are pressing down, windmill down, left hand down, right arm up, and then letting the left hand come down behind the left foot, right hand down, lifting and lowering that left heel a few times, lifting and lowering, and then letting your right hand take the pinky toe edge of your left foot. Slowly undoing, stepping back into downward facing dog here. As you're ready, floating through plank, and then coming into a back bend here, keeping the toes rolled under, sweep it back, down dog. Hinging forward into this variation of a back bend, and hips go back and up. From here, we'll take the right leg back, bring it forward and through. Step your left pinky toe to the outside of your right pinky toe. Come on up. Sweeping your arms up over your head, letting the left wrist come in front of the right wrist, clasping palms and leaning over to your left. Getting a side stretch on the right side of your body. Coming back through neutral, unwinding the legs, stepping back, letting your hands frame your foot, step back, downward facing dog. Waving forward into this modified back bend with the toes rolling under, back into down dog. Taking your left leg back, bring it forward, bring it through. And from here, we'll bring the right pinky toes to the outside of the left pinky toes. Press down to come up. Sweep the arms up over the head. And letting the left hand come in front of the right hand. Interlace, palms are touching and leaning over to the right. Opening up the left side of your body here. Coming back through neutral. Stepping the left foot back, hands frame the foot, and right back into downward facing dog. Waving forward through plank into this back bend variation, lifting your heart space, broadening your collarbones. Down dog, walk your right foot forward. Take the back foot down for warrior 2 here. Extend the arms, right arm forward, left arm back. And letting the back hand come down, upper arm comes up and over, windmill your hands down. Let the left hand come down, right arm up. Drop the back knee, swivel the back shin to the right. And we'll let both hands come down to the mat. Right hand is to the outside of the right foot. Left hand takes the pinky toe edge of the right foot and bring it across and extend if it's available. Undo it nice and slow, just the way you came in. And bring your shin back to neutral. Reach back through your back heel. Extend the right and left arm if it's available. Letting the hands come down, frame the foot, step back, downward facing dog. From here, we'll take the left foot back, up, forward, and through. Dial the back heel down, warrior two. So we'll be extending the arms out, front arm forward, back arm back. Warrior two position. Back arm can come down, upper arm sweeps up and over. Waving in to warrior two to reverse warrior two with your breath. And then letting the hands come down, right hand down, left arm up. Looking down, letting both hands come down. Bring your back knee down. Swivel your right shin to the left. Left hand comes to the outside of the left foot. You might walk your right foot over a little bit, or your left foot over a little bit. Right hand takes the pinky toe edge of the left foot, bringing it over to the right, and then just seeing about extending that leg, holding your foot, doing the best that you can, and slowly bringing the foot back down, shin to neutral, hands frame the foot, pick up the back knee, extend the arms out, reach through the crown of the head, release the hands, step back, downward dog. Walking your feet in a little bit, walk your hands to your feet, sweep up, coming into standing, coming into mountain pose. And taking the left foot back, arms by the sides, palms forward, shoulder blades together. We're coming into airplane pose. So letting the heart come forward, the back leg lifts. And here, if you'd like a little bit of a challenge, you can begin to sweep the arms out to the side and bend and straighten the standing leg. Bending and straightening the standing leg and waving the arms is an option. Step together back into mountain pose. We'll take the right leg back. Don't have to step back very far. Turn the palms forward to broaden the collarbones and begin to shift the weight, heart space forward. You can be pointing the toes or the heel here. And again, option to wave the arms out to the side for challenging, and then maybe bending and straightening the standing leg a few times here. Keep your breath moving, keep your face soft. Step together back into Tadasana, mountain pose. Interlace your hands, reach the palms up, big long stretch here. If it feels good to go a little side to side, by all means doing that. Release your hands, bring your hands onto your low back, squeeze your back body, lift your front body. The head may or may not go back. Come back and through, heel toe the feet a little wider. We're just going to get a little swaying going on here, swaying side to side, letting the arms gently tap the body here, lifting the opposing heel.